All right, so how far should we be going back with all of this? From the beginning? Okay, well, put your seatbelt on then. It is a great day to be part of the Dirt Life, and today's video is actually going to be a little bit different. I don't have any fancy edits to throw at you, and I'm doing nothing to push this up in the YouTube algorithm. Instead, this is just gonna be real talk between you and I. This is our 10th year in business here at Dawgs Lawn Care, and the Dirt Life YouTube channel has had a ton of new subscribers recently. I want to rewind a little bit for you and replay a video that I posted back in August of 2021. That was the year that we first hit $1 million in revenue, and even though that was an awesome accomplishment, I truly believe we're just starting to scratch the surface of what we're going to do for the lawn care industry. In 2023, we hit 2.1 million in revenue, and this year we're shooting for 2.75 million in revenue with a 27.5% net profit. My upcoming videos this summer are going to really start to focus on the future of how we plan to expand our company. And I don't want to reveal too much right now because I'm still working on a lot of the details. But ultimately, I want to get everyone caught up to speed so that we're on the same page. So by the time I'm talking about the future, we're working in line together. A lot of the new subscribers that have come on recently, they might have only seen the past couple of recent videos, and I want to make sure that we're all caught up to speed. I truly believe we can be Canada's largest and best lawn care company. Maybe also in North America, but I know for a fact that we can't do that alone. We are super good at sales and marketing in the business side of lawn care, but I don't know what the lawn care programs are in different provinces or for that matter, the states across the USA. We need your help because we know the lawn care side of things when it comes to marketing, sales, customer service. We have the office side very dialed in, but I don't know what the lawn care programs are in different states across the USA. I don't understand the grass there as well, but a lot of people do love the lawn care side of things, but they struggle with the sales and marketing, customer service part of their business. And that's where I think we can have some very valuable synergies working together to be a one brand working towards a common goal of being the best in our industry. Let's rewind a little bit together. Let's watch this video together about how we first hit our first $1 million back in 2021. And from there, the future videos, we're really gonna start to dial in the future plans. Let's get into it. All right, so how far should we be going back with all of this? From the beginning? Okay, well, put your seatbelt on then. Where things actually started for Yard Dawgs, I'd probably put this all the way back to 2013. It was right after we graduated grade 12. And that was the year in Calgary, there was a terrible, terrible flood. There was so much rain. The Stampede ground was just filled, downtown was filled, and a town to the east of us named High River, it had the worst flooding it has ever seen, and the whole town was covered. So Liam, I remember, messaged me, there's this cool gig that just opened up. It's a flood restoration in High River. Why don't we go there? It'll be 16 bucks an hour and we just do flood rescue. We just save people's stuff from the water. So that was the first summer. It wasn't anything to do with Yard Dawgs, but that was the first summer that Liam and I grew a lot closer and started working well with each other. We found out very quick, hey, we're actually a decent team when we work together, and more than anything, it's just fun. It is so much fun to do stuff together. Once the summer was coming around, you know, I think we were in February at this point, I had someone message me. It was one of my brother's friends, and he said to me, hey James, you want to make some awesome money this summer? Come to this presentation. So I go to it. It's with a company that actually gives you a machine called an aerator, and you go door to door, one by one, to sell the service and then actually do the service, and then you make a 30% commission. But I remember thinking to myself, if I'm going to be doing all of the sales, and if I'm going to be doing all of the work, I want 100% commission. I don't want 30% commission, but I had a friend named Liam. I'm like, hey Liam, why don't we get this machine together? We'll split it 50-50. I don't really know how to do it. I don't really know how to sell door to door, but honestly, I know people will pay 50, 80 bucks for the machines, and surely we could be better than a typical lawn care company there. Now, Liam is an interesting character. Back then, he was very shy. He was very competitive. He was very good at sports. He always wanted to win at what he was doing. Once Liam was back from university, we just started going door to door with this aerator, and we were so bad at sales. I cringe when I think of the stories of how we tried to sell ourselves and stand out. But every single rejection got us a little bit closer to the sale, the next sale that happened there. And we just figured out very quickly what to say and what not to say and how to sell our services door to door doing aerations. when we were selling aerations, people started to ask us questions like, oh, do you guys do power raking? And the answer when someone's offering to give you money is always yes. Well, how much would it cost? $120. When can you do it? Tomorrow. Sounds good. I'll see you what time? See you at 10. Go home. What is power raking on YouTube? YouTube was our saving grace for so many parts of this business. So there we are, middle of the night, power raking my parents' lawn to try to figure out how to do the service for the next day. There at 10 a.m., we do a power raking service, get $120. It was a nice little story, and honestly, that's how we started our business. We would say yes to services based on what the demand was, and we would just figure out how to do it. We would do whatever someone would pay for. If you needed your lawn mowed, we would do it. If you needed your car washed, we would do it. If you needed your toilet scrubbed in Okotoks an hour away, hey, we're your guys, we'll be right there. We were saying yes to everything, and we weren't getting very good at anything. Now, what's funny about the name JL Lawn Care is that that's what we were starting, James and Liam Lawn Care. But one day we were at a job and we were servicing her lawn, and she comes out and she says, oh, you know what, boys, thank you so much for the work you guys do. I'm like, no worries at all. But she was persistent. She was saying, you know what, good for you guys. You had a rough start in life, but you really took the bull by the horns and made the most out of it. And at this point, I'm like, okay, thank you, but what do you mean? She's like, well, JL Lawn Care, you guys are ex-convicts, right? Just doing some service work. So right then and there, we're driving away from the job in my red van, and we're saying to ourselves, we need a new name. We got to figure something out. And we were just saying, okay, what could we do? So we're all spitballing names back and forth. Someone said yard. I think someone said dogs, and lo and behold, yard dogs. Yard dogs, that's a great name. Let's do that. Yard dogs. We're loyal like dogs. We'll treat your lawn like it's our best friend. And dogs, we're cool. We're, these young kids, and we're going to make this happen here. So that's how Yard Dogs was born. We were not very professional when we started. We had to figure out from the bottom how to do things. I had this old family minivan, and this wasn't just any minivan. This was the grossest, most retro, funny-looking van you've seen in your life. It's a 1995 red Toyota Previa. It looked like a spaceship, and it sounded like one too. You would hear the thing before you saw it because there was no muffler. We would be driving down the city, going to the next JL, I guess Yard Dogs job now. And we had so much fun with that van. It could fit all of our stuff. It could fit one more person. And that next person was actually Eric. That's Liam's younger brother. He was 14 at the time. He didn't have a choice. When we needed the extra help, he came to help Yard Dogs for doing all these power raking jobs. And we had, power raking is a very messy service. So we would get these huge garbage bags of grass, and we had nowhere to put them. We couldn't go to the dump the same day because we had all these jobs lined up. So we would stack them beside my parents' house. And after first year doing that, enough was enough. We got kicked out of my parents' house. No more Yard Dogs here. So that finalizes year 1, 2014. Going to year 2015, we have to move somewhere. So if we can't go to my parents' house, we go to Liam's parents' house. Easy conclusion. And we are so blessed that they put up with us for not that year, but the next 2 years after, because we were there for year 2, 3, and 4. And there were some ups and there were some downs for sure. We had to do oil changes at 11 p.m. We had to do fixes. We had to show up and sort of make a mess of things. The problem with 2015 and 2016, though, is that we weren't really taking ourselves and our business very seriously. We would work when we felt like it, but when we weren't feeling like it, we were going out to play tennis in the afternoons when we should have been working, because we were not uncomfortable enough. Life was too easy. All we had to do was make enough money to pay our tuition. So in 2015 and 2016, we're again just trying to take on any job we could to make some money. We landed our first commercial job. I'm currently in the parking lot of one of our commercial lawn mowing clients, and they sent us an email, and within 3 minutes I was here. It was a perfect situation. I was literally driving by, and I'm far away from. I remember when I sold the job, we showed up there for the first day to do the work, and we're outside getting ready, and the owner or the manager at the time for the commercial building is like, James, come over here. And he comes over to me, he's like, James, what the heck is this? I'm expecting crews to show up, professional trucks, and you guys give me this? Opens the blind, and you see Liam across the parking lot going, trying to start his machine with his stained shirt and trying to get this old machine to work. And I said, hey man, we're gonna do a great work for you. We might not look great, but we're gonna do great work for you. So he stuck around with us. He's happy he did, because we really fought hard to do great work for us. Even though we never had the nicest equipment to start, never the nicest vehicles or uniforms, we gave every job our all. We were never gonna win if we look like we're driving that red van around. And there's companies out there with nice, beautiful white trucks, beautiful decals. Hey, how can we compete with them when they look like that? So 4th year is when things really started to change, and we're gonna start doing landscaping. So we were doing landscaping jobs, and some were great, but some were really bad. You know, we were taking on a bit more than we could chew. We had these new crews, and now we had employees coming to Liam's parents' house at 8 a.m. Before we knew it, things were getting a little bit out of control. We were taking on jobs we didn't really know how to do.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I am back in the...
So we had some people asking us, oh, do you guys build parking lots? What's the answer when someone offers to give you money? Yes, we build parking lots. So we landed our first $60,000 parking lot job, and it took us forever to do. We are renting Bobcats. We are paying rental companies in cash. I don't know what we were thinking, but we made so many mistakes, and thankfully, by the grace of God, we actually did a pretty good job at that place. But it was busy and it was crazy. But after that job, we started to say to ourselves, okay, we sort of got to reevaluate what we're doing here. We're trying to be a jack of all trades. We're trying to do all these jobs so well, and as a result, we're not really getting known for doing anything in particular. So we kind of need to smarten up. 2017 ended not so hot. Liam's parents had enough. Cheryl, even though she's an angel and agreeable, she couldn't take it anymore. She sent me a text saying, we need to talk. We're sick and tired of oil stains in the garage, machines being ran at 11 p.m., them not being able to park on their own driveway and having to park a block away from their house and hike back home because we had machines, trucks, and equipment everywhere. So we got kicked out of their house. Now, 5th season, we actually started to do some work for a much larger company. So we got a whole bunch of jobs from them. I'm talking, we could keep 4 trucks busy for 10 hours a day for an entire month doing this service. And it was so awesome. We were making great money. We were doing a lot of work. And behind the scenes, we were actually seeing how a much larger company than us, like a multi-million-dollar company, ran a lawn care operation. And we thought it was very interesting how they could actually only offer a handful of services and just be very good at that and build a reputation doing that. So we really wanted to extend ourselves, and we wanted to learn from the best. So I went one day and called the owner of a very large landscape and snow removal company here in Calgary. They're about a $20 million operation. And I called the owner out of the blue, and I just asked for an hour of his time. I wanted to hear his story, and I wanted to really start to understand how you build such a big company. I asked him, you know, how can we be $1 million company? And he said to us, you become $1 million company by acting like $1 million company. You start to be a Fortune 500 company before you're actually a Fortune 500 company, and then one day all of a sudden you're a Fortune 500 company. So we had to really address some things. We had to bring a whole new level of professionalism to our company. We had to start to dress like we're $1 million company. We had to have our trucks look like they're $1 million company, even though we weren't. We had to pretend like we were. We had to fake it till we made it so that we can make things happen. And that whole mentality switch really had us start to focus on different things. Now Liam is dating someone, and we were at a point where we were pretty much lying to our girlfriends about what we did. They thought we were managers, you know, managing this successful landscape lawn care company, but really it's Liam and I in the dirt, you know, trying to figure things out, people hiring people, firing people, and just getting dirty with the work. But we had to really focus on a niche, which is lawn care, because lawn care always worked out for us. Landscaping was very hit and miss, window washing, hit and miss, but lawn care was continuous, it was residual, and we really actually know how to do it well. So we bought books, we started networking, and we started to do a lot of research on how to take our best 5 services, which for us was fertilizer, weed control, aerating, seed, and super juicing. How can we market this properly? How can we get to be known as the best company to do this? We hired a company in Edmonton to completely redo our website, and they had $1 million idea. Hey guys, instead of calling things like, you know, your bronze package, silver package, gold package, you guys have an awesome name, Yard Dogs. How about the Pomeranian package, the Golden Retriever, the Saint Bernard? Let's do everything you guys do around dogs. And all of a sudden, everything blew up. We were millionaires. Just kidding. It took so much work to figure things out. And even though we gave it our all, we only accumulated about 250 clients our first year doing our core business. And that wasn't a lot of money for us, but it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about how many clients we got. It was about figuring out How do I do services and be the best at it? We're working out of a barn in Bears Paw, and it doesn't have any heating there. So once we finished the spring and summer season, and we're getting into the fall, it started to get kind of chilly, and we really had to find a new place. So we found a shop that we're at right now. What's scary about this place though is the rent was a lot. The rent was $6,000 a month. And let me go back a little bit here. At my parents' house, free. Liam's parents' house, free. My house, free. Our first little garage was $50 for a couple months. Then we went to that barn. It was only $1,000 a month. And going from $50 a month to $1,000 a month is scary. Going from $1,000 a month to $6,000 a month is terrifying. But we had to do it. We had to smarten up. I'm married, Liam just, he has his girlfriend that they're getting pretty serious with. It's do or die. So we signed the lease. And that day, a fire started. A fire started under our butts to say, you know what? It might be 8 a.m. There's no work on the table, but it's time to get to work. We had to make this happen. Also, COVID was starting. This is now the spring of 2020. COVID just happened and we're getting terrified. So many of our consultants and business managers are saying, you know what, guys, COVID's happening. Now's the time not to take chances. It's the time to sort of take your money, minimize expenses, and just hold on to what you got and wait and ride this thing out. We couldn't though. So Liam and I were in a bit of a panic. I remember it was March of 2020, a few months in, and we had about 99 clients booked for the season. We weren't gonna make any money doing that. We were gonna lose money and we would have to leave this lease early because we couldn't afford to do it. But I get a call out of the blue by this kid named Victor. Kid sounds like a pretty good salesperson. Maybe he could really help us do some sales and whatnot. So Victor comes and joins us, and right away, this kid is a stud. Best speaking 15-year-old you've ever met in your life. He was charismatic, he was professional, and he had the gift of gab. So we started to actually get the ball rolling here. Victor was our saving grace for sales. Liam was our saving grace for operations, and I was sort of the hybrid of sales and operations, a little bit in between there. But there were still a few things that we were lacking. So we needed someone top-notch to really organize things. And Liam had this awesome fiancée named Cassie. We said, Cassie, I know you want to be teaching and whatnot, but hey, you're engaged to Liam, you gotta come help us out. If we don't work out, you guys aren't going to work out. So let's make this happen together. So Cassie joins us. We're the 4 originals here in the office. Our one friend Tyler, though, it's an interesting story. So Tyler would be the guy that honestly would just help us out throughout the years whenever we needed a hand. First year, second year, third year. Hey Tyler, I got this landscaping job, or I'm behind on these lawn care jobs. Can you come and just help us out for a little while? And we'll just pay you for your time. So Tyler was always in and out helping us out there. Little did Tyler know that in our 8th year, he was going to be our full operations manager at Yard Dogs on salary. And he's killing it on operations. He's making sure that all 9 trucks that go out every single day are doing all of the production and that customers are absolutely ecstatic. No matter what, we had to focus on making sure our customers were happy. We had to do whatever it took to make people say, you know what, Yard Dogs is an awesome company. I'm going to go with them every year. And we hustled. We were working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, trying to book as many people as possible for our lawn care services packages and doing great work.
Hey, baby, let's go.
And we went from 250 clients to 1,200 clients in that season. We were onto something, and it all goes back to our first couple years when we started to notice about how we can deliver an exceptional customer service experience. It's not really about just doing good work, doing good and great work, that's the minimum standard these days. We have so many great companies around us like Uber, like Amazon, like Costco. Like if you buy something, you expect it to work. That's the minimum standard. But where you can really make a difference is how you deliver an experience to a customer. I wanted every single process to be flawless along the emails they got before service, the emails they get after service. If they have questions, they need to be able to call and talk to a human, not a robot. We are going to start wearing suits to the office to sell lawn care. Who does that? Nobody. That's why we had to do it. We had to make sure that everything we did was top of the line flagship, and it really helped us out. So going to 2021, we're still in COVID, but we had finally some momentum. We had something going for us. We had a lot of tweaks we had to make, and we started to talk to our customers. Hey, based on the season, how were things? Like, were we good? Where were we bad? And we truly took the responsibility of understanding our customer and learning about how we can be better. We wrote everything down. We talked to so many of our customers, and we invested into making sure that we are wowing our customers. So take care of our customers was our focus for 2021. We have full-time managers where their job is just to make sure our customers are happy. They don't have to worry about sales. They don't have to worry about marketing. Their job is to reach out to customers and say, hey, Mrs. Jones, how are things going? Are you happy with the way your lawn's looking? Oh, no, there's a problem. I'm going to come out there and I'm going to make it right for you. We have Reese. Reese came with us this year, and that's all he focuses on, making people happy.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video here. We have a very busy season coming up here. We still have snow on the ground, so those technicians are out putting labels on our Bear Patch Pro. We got Nathan dialing in the operation systems for the season. Because now we can actually get out on lawns, I have a lot more interactive content coming your way, where you're gonna see the technicians out in the field, us talking about why we do certain things, how we park our trucks, why we park our trucks there, what kind of lawn signs are we using, why do we do this for Google Flyers, why do we do this, why do we do that. You're gonna getting lots more of that kind of stuff, definitely more in the field. There's been a lot of me chilling out with the studio in the back, but you're gonna see a lot more of us being around the city now that is finally springtime, almost summertime here in Canada. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't already, please just like and subscribe to let us know that we are doing the right stuff with our company, with our channel, so that we can make sure we're always giving you the best value as one of our viewers. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon.